Leland, you said it. We've been experiencing them all morning. We've been out here for several hours, and the rain really coming down, conditions deteriorating quickly. You know, it's been blowing in from the Gulf back here behind me so hard at times. It kind of feels like pins and needles on your back. But speaking of the Gulf, all eyes are on it, and I want you now to take a live look right here behind me from Galveston Bay. Forecasters with the National Weather Service just issued an alert warning of dangerous rip currents, large surf, and elevated water levels right here in Galveston. And you can see for yourself, we can confirm that. Look at the pier out there. See it off in the distance? The waves just lapping up there, and the water is rising already. We have seen it. So just to think, we're still hours and hours away, some 12 hours potentially, from this thing making landfall to the south of us near Corpus Christi. So, you know, there's a lot of concern here already with experiencing conditions like this so early on. The National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center have said this morning they expect intensification of the storm right up until the moment it makes landfall here in Texas, Leland.
Yeah, they're calling it the perfect storm. More on that with Janice Dean a little bit later. But first, Casey, to you, give us a sense. Are people heeding these warnings? Are they staying out of the surf? Or are we getting the usual people who just insist on coming out and being there to experience it themselves?
Well, you know, the evacuations have been ordered for the 7 coastal Texas counties. But as you mentioned, we see this all the time. Some of them are mandatory, some of them are voluntary. Even some of the people under mandatory evacuations in Brazoria County, which is just right next door to us, say that they are still going to stay here and they are going to try and ride Harvey out. That is something we typically see, but as you can imagine, the stores all throughout this region absolutely nuts. People are buying the essentials, and we've also seen incredibly long lines at gas stations, people filling up their vehicles, also gas tanks for things like generators. You know, if we have a widespread power outage for an extended period of time, people need gasoline. So folks are doing anything they can to protect their properties. Listen.
I'm gassing up to go to Corpus Christi to go and take care of my parents because they refuse to leave Corpus Christi.
We usually always joke about it because every time they say it's going to be real big, it usually goes another direction. But I'm going to take the extra precautions just in case because I don't want to get stuck.
The governor of this state has ordered some 700 National Guard troops be deployed to assist ahead of the storm and then following for what is expected to be a long recovery. Leland?
We were out with the power for a week, I think, when Ike hit. So we barbecued for a whole week, and it looks like we may be doing that again.
So states of disaster have been declared by the Texas governor. Everyone very anxious, according to the people we've talked to here, as we anxiously await the arrival of Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah, sometimes these hours are the very worst. Casey Stegall there, the storm behind him. Casey, you and your crew stay safe. Thank you.